while. So today we're going to talk about school.
School.
Right. Can you remember at what age did you start going to school?
I went to school at elementary school at 6.
So you were 6 when you went to school. I think I was about 5. I can't remember it very well. I just know I went. And then what I can remember is what we call in the UK junior school. I moved up from the infants to junior school, and I remember that one a little more. Which was the happiest time at school? When you were in primary or junior school, or when you were in high school?
On junior high school, in junior, because in junior high school, like we still in teenagers, is about about 11 years old or 12, and we just having the first time we having interest with opposite gender,
With
yeah.
boys. Oh, I was thinking what around the opposite gender. Because we are together since we are small. We are boys and girls. And normally we mix on the table 5 people, and they are boys and girls, depending on the level, or you talk a lot. Did the teacher tell you off for talking in class, Annie?
Sorry,
Did the teacher tell you off for talking in class?
did the teacher talk?
Tell you that you talk too much in class, or you talked when you're supposed to be quiet?
Oh, at the time I didn't talk a lot. When I was at school, I don't know why, but when I was in elementary school, I was like a quiet person, quiet person. But then when I entering the teenagers, when teenager, I was started like become talkative at the time I started, But from home, I supposed to, I wish like when I'm at school, I would like to be quiet, From home, I was prepared to be a quiet person, but after that school, I cannot be quiet, when entering the teenager ages, at the
Right.
time. So I just started again. I don't know why I'm super active at the time when I started teenagers,
Right. So you were well behaved when you were a young child. You were well behaved. And then as you grew older, you started to be more active and more talkative, the way we know you now. I was a
Yeah.
very quiet child at school. I didn't like school very much because people used to make fun of me because I was fat. So I just remembered that.
So you had, when since you child already fat?
Yes, I look at the pictures now and I don't look so fat. I've always been big. For example, I was 5'6" when I was 11 or 12. So I've always been tall for my age, and the people around me have always been shorter. But people used to bully me because I was overweight or fat. And this is the memory I have at school. So I was very quiet and introverted. And then when I was a teacher also, as a teenager, I had a chip on my shoulder, which means that I thought negative things about myself, no? So I had a group of friends, 5 in the high school, and I tried to mix in with them. Do you remember your favorite teacher at school?
Yes, I have my favorite teacher, but he is so strict. but I love him, because he's a math teacher. Uh, yeah, he's too small, small little, but he's so smart. So I'm really impressed how the way he teach us, the way he explained to us, just like loud and clear, easy to understand.
So
Yeah,
he
that's
was
why
very small.
yeah, he's small, but he's really energetic person, and a little bit the skin, his skin a bit darker, a bit dark. But I like the way he teach me. I mean, he taught me at that time. Explained it very clear. So that's why I was in love with math at the time. And the other teacher as well, English teacher. So that's why I in love only two subjects, math and English.
So that's
That
very
time.
good, no? That your maths teacher
Mhm.
inspired you to like
Yes,
maths. He taught you very clearly and you could understand. I was
yes.
in maths class in high school in the top class, but our teacher, I suppose, was very clever. But
Mhm.
he didn't know how to connect with the students and he didn't know how to explain. So when I
Oh,
went to a lower level one year, I understood maths better and I enjoyed it more because the person could explain well. And this maths teacher was a PE teacher. He was tall and handsome with a
oh,
beard. I don't know how old I would be, about 13 or 14.
it's
And I
like
used to
this.
sit there. I'd sit there and I looked at him while he was explaining maths. So he was tall and handsome PE teacher that taught maths. But he explained very well. And also he connected to the children, which is very
Yes,
important.
I think also the performance of the teacher also important as a teacher, because gonna influence for the students, to help to like concentration, when their hair like messy, the way they dress up, it's also get impact, to the students,
Yes,
because
because
in
I think it's important the way they dress. I don't think we should be maybe so traditional, but I think they should dress smartly. I
yes,
don't think they should dress like a hippie or
and
something like that,
then,
because you need to mark the difference between the teacher and the children,
yes,
and you need to show respect for yourself, maybe because of your position.
yes,
Now I'm noticing that in my classes, I have to be, uh, I have to know the child's background. For example, we have a lot of children who are with divorced parents, and
oh
so
yeah,
they go with one parent one week, another parent another week. And sometimes when you see a child not performing very well, you think, there must be a problem somewhere. And normally it's a problem at home.
yes,
And then you find out that the parents are not getting on very well, or that they are divorced, and so you notice a difference in the learning ability of the child. So you liked your math teacher and your English teacher when you were at high school.
yes,
At high school, I did cooking classes. I did sewing classes, which is unusual because here in Spain they don't do that normally. The subject I hated was PE because I couldn't do it. We used to have to do the high jump, athletics, and things like that. And I think one of the subjects I really liked was German. I learned German at school, but I forgot it now. So I was quite good at German because German is very similar to English. And also I
yes,
liked history because the man told the history as though it was a story. And so maybe because I'm a romantic person, I used to imagine
oh,
myself in that situation in the history. and I was fascinated with the Russian Revolution and Russia at that time. Don't ask me why. I just remember that. I used to love to listen to the stories about Russia